Hello everyone, welcome back to I am Gizmo Geek. It's been more than 3 months that JioFiber has been launched officially and slowly it's reaching all the areas of the country. As on Jan 2021, Jio is offering a 1-month trial period to test the connection and the features. In this video, I'll be sharing about what you get, what's the cost involved, what are the limitations, and what are the features. Mostly focusing on the 999 plan, which seems to be the sweet spot for most of the Indian users. This plan provides internet along with the OTT apps and live TV content. So let's get started. You get a 30-day free trial with a JioFiber before you can make the decision if you want to shift to them or not. In the trial, there are two options. First one involves 1500 refundable deposit, which gives you the JioFiber router and the 150 Mbps internet connection. There won't be any free OTT subscription. The second one involves 2500 refundable deposit, which gives the same 150 Mbps connection plus router and the setup box with 13 OTT app subscription. In both the cases, you will get the whole amount back if you opt out after 30 days. But if you decide to continue with the JioFiber and recharge, then out of the deposit, 1000 will be considered as installation charges and they no longer will be refunded. I chose the 2500 option. Now I am done with the free trial and recharged with the 999 plan, which costed me 1178 with tax. This is how the Jio's dual band router looks like. It has a single LED that blinks blue while setting up, red when it's down and green when connected. Unlike the traditional routers we are used to, this doesn't have antennas. They are inbuilt. It can be wall mounted too, but can be difficult with multiple LAN cables. This can be placed vertically on your desk and it won't take much space. It has one telecom port for connecting a landline and utilize the free calls. 4 LAN gigabit ports for wide connectivity. And there are 2 USB 2.0 ports which can be used to access content from external storage wirelessly from your phone. The broadband reaches your place via optical fiber cable, and through this converter it reaches the router. The router has really good build. Now coming to the setup box, it's basically a modified Android TV box like the Ater Extreme. Even this has a single LED for indication. It has a HDMI output port for video, and this is the optical audio output port, and there's this port for cable connection because in future it's expected that Jio will partner with local cable TV providers to give live TV channels through this. There's also a LAN port to connect the setup box with the router for stable speeds. These are USB 2.0 and USB 3.0 ports to plug external drives for media. This box can work on both Wi-Fi and LAN provided it's JioFiber. So in short, it won't work with other networks. And finally, there's the remote which works with both IR and Bluetooth. The remote needs 2 AAA batteries for powering up. The remote is really functional with a lot of shortcuts and even has a mic for voice assistant. It's plastic built but has good grip in the hand. Overall, it's a decent one. In the 1-month period I have been using the JioFiber, here are the average speeds I got on both the 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz band from the router. The router is powerful and can easily cover a 2 BHK house if placed in the right location. There are no network drops too during my usage time. I have a 4K TV and 2 computers working via LAN always, and there are around 3 to 4 phones in the home, and never faced any issues of slow speeds. Now coming to the 4K setup box, this is how the home interface looks like. It's pretty basic with some promotional banners at the top and few pre-installed OTT apps along with the Jio apps in the bottom. There's no dark mode too. To install additional apps, there's Jio Store. Unfortunately, unlike the Android TV Play Store, Jio Store has very limited apps. 174 to be exact. For games, again there's Jio's own Games app that has a small collection of low graphic games, most of which are targeted for kids. There's also no built-in Chromecast and you can't sideload apps anymore. So we are stuck with the apps and games available in this Jio store. So do note that if you don't have a smart TV and you want to use the set-top box as a replacement of Fire Stick or Android TV Stick, then you will be disappointed. This is good for parents whose requirement would be just the OTT apps playback. Now the set-top box has 8 GB of storage, out of which 4 GB is for installing apps, and as you can see I have 1.6 GB available after installing the mostly used apps and games. It has an inbuilt browser called JioPages, which I feel is one of the best browser I have seen for the TV platform. It has incognito mode, history access, bookmarks, and even shortcuts for many popular sites. This is very easy to use and very functional. The box doesn't have any option to connect Bluetooth devices, but we can use Jio Home app to control the TV from the phone. You can even play games using the phone as controller. The set-top box supports 4K playback at 60 FPS and even HDR. The set-top box performance has been good with no lags as such. Navigation with the keypad is easy and these media playback keys help a lot to easily pause, resume and seek. There is a live TV app which is supposed to give you the DTH experience, but that's not ready yet. As I said before, it will work once Jio partners with local cable providers. But alternatively, we can watch live TV content via this Jio TV Plus app, where it provides live TV channels from Star, Sony, Zee, Sun and other respective OTT apps. Now the live streaming experience is just okay, and this definitely cannot replace the DTH connection. Most of the channels are not even HD. And even the HD channels cannot produce the clarity a DTH set-top box can provide. Also, there are many regional and entertainment channels missing from the list. So if you're planning to take this connection to replace your existing set-top box, then my answer is absolutely no. Here are the list of OTT apps that we get free subscription with the $9.99 plan. The useful ones for me out of these are Disney+, ZEE5, Sun Next, Voot, Sony Live and Lionsgate Play. Some of these have dedicated apps on the Jio set-top box, whereas some can be watched only through Jio TV Plus interface. Also do remember that Prime Video is not a part of the trial plan. Some of the subscriptions can only be used with the set-top box, whereas some can be used on other devices too. Your subscription will be linked with the mobile number of the JioFiber account, and the same can be used to log in into these apps and use on the TV, phone or other devices to watch the content for free. I picked the most used OTT apps from those 14 free subscriptions and added the monthly and yearly subscription costs if you have to take them separately. Obviously, looking at this, it looks like a great deal. For around $350 extra on the $699 plan, we are getting 50 Mbps higher speed and so many subscriptions for free. But if you already have these subscriptions or won't be using many of these, then this won't be as lucrative as it seems. So my suggestion would be to go for $699 only after the trial if you don't use these apps, and maybe once in a while recharge with $9.99 so that you can binge watch the worthy contents from these apps. I really hope this video cleared many of your queries. If you still want to know more, leave a comment and I will surely answer it. Make sure to subscribe for more upcoming videos on the Jio set-top box and share the video with your friends. Thank you and take care.